Imagine spotting signals for your startup or your portfolio companies and being able to react weeks or months earlier, or fixing a small problem with the go-to-market before it becomes big. Hi, I'm Chris from Global Venture Cloud, and for the last decade I've been working with investors and B2B founders on their international ambitions. We have helped more than 300 B2B founders to validate international opportunities, and I've personally worked on 32 growth engines for B2B companies as they go international. We've seen clients like Bank of America, United Airlines, Cisco, Disney, Fidelity, and others. So recently I was talking to a former client of ours, a CEO from Poland, and he told me that he felt that companies can really miss 80% or more of the market signals as they're going into the US. Even for those rare companies that are lucky enough to get inbounds from the remote markets without trying, or spend time at Y Combinator, the ability to constantly listen to the market and create an in-house growth engine that's fit for purpose is key. For a decade, we've been perfecting a 3-step growth framework for startups, which uses a mechanism to collect and share knowledge between founders and their investors. This basic idea of testing assumptions, unpacking and repacking to codify the growth engine and then scale up, it's a great low-risk maneuver for pretty much any B2B company with global ambition. Using qualitative, unstructured data like sales calls and expert interviews, white papers, news, competitor information, a company can flag growth signals and they can help differentiate themselves in their positioning. This is going to improve the overall growth trajectory. But what if we could also collect more recent and accurate structured data? So for example, data out of the scale-up CRM. What kind of insights might we gain? Well, you can imagine you could see what messaging for what campaign is working better in engaging certain personas or titles. You can also imagine helping sales reps see which times of the day or the week are optimal for sending out their messages, or even what channel the executives are preferential towards. What meeting to email ratio for a particular sales rep or growth consultant works, or what executive roles or titles were involved in a complex sale so that the other sales reps can learn from that and get their messaging correct. By combining both qualitative and quantitative, unstructured and structured data, a startup can adapt and implement a best practice growth engine. With last year's unlocking of generative AI and LLMs, decision intelligence for growth is entering an entirely new paradigm, and investors have an entirely new data set to understand the needs and opportunities of their entire portfolio. Today, a portfolio manager doesn't have the time to analyze which company to invest in, which one to spend time on, what resources to apply, because everyone is just too busy. And the only time they get to really see AI at work is when they're scouting for new companies. We've seen lots of solutions there. But now we can start being more productive and proactive with the portfolio companies. This new world will help investors to see what growth signals are coming in weeks or months earlier, and facilitate a more relevant discussion which can help unlock opportunities to increase our IRR, build confidence for the team, and help them to avoid getting sucked into rabbit holes. How will startups grow a decade from now? Will AI make teams more productive? Will they help founders and their investors make data-driven decisions? Will there be synthetic data to help run simulations and decide what tactics or tools or methods to use for international growth? Well, one thing's for certain, the Pandora's box is opened, and for those companies that can leverage these new approaches, help their organization work as sensors into the market, collect that as knowledge, and then repurpose it to make better decisions, we're going to see companies solving challenges out there in the market. And it's not only important for solving business challenges, but we all know that in the next decade we're going to be facing more existential challenges, and we've got to help these new entrepreneurs to make their impact accelerate faster and give them the resources they need to do their job. So If you have a B2B company that is active or could be active internationally, if you have a startup that is solving problems that require solving quickly, or if you believe in these concepts of growth intelligence and putting them to work for your startup or your portfolio, then it would be great to talk with you.